Hello and welcome. Today's flow, we're going to focus on Bramacharya, which is moderation or balance. The first half of our flow is going to be a traditional vinyasa power type of flow, with the second half being more yin styled, restorative postures and poses to end class. As I stated, because we're starting with power, we are going to start standing. But if you would like to start in a seated posture, maybe child's pose, I suggest pausing the video now, doing a little bit of your own warm-up, get good and feel good in your body, and then rejoin as we start at the top of our mat in mountain pose. Your feet can be together or hip-width distance apart, whichever is more stable. Reach your fingertips up towards the sky, continuing to breathe here. Deep inhales and exhales. Rotate your pinky fingers in, drawing your thumbs out and creating more space between your shoulder blades. Ground down into all four corners of your feet, engaging your 360 core to lengthen through your spine, beginning to cultivate heat and energy from inside. Inhale in through your nose. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands through heart center, then lower your palms down to the mat, bending your knees as much as you need to take any discomfort out of your hamstrings or low back. Nod your head yes and shake your head no to release any tension or strain you may be using to hold your neck in a specific position. Inhale, halfway lift. Lift your torso halfway. Press your palms against your shins or your thighs. Engaging your core, drawing your rib cage closer together to lengthen your spine and reach the crown of your head as far forward as you can towards the wall in front of you. Continuing to breathe here. Inhale in through your nose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll up to mountain pose. Exhale here. Now we're going to flow through this Sun A twice more. Inhale in through your nose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. One more. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Here comes the change. Right after this, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to high plank. Inhale, shift forward 2 inches so that your shoulders are in front of your wrists. Exhale, mid-plank, lower down halfway, keeping your elbows tucked into your rib cage. Inhale, upward facing dog, untuck your toes, push your hips forward, shine your collarbone. Exhale, downward facing dog. Retuck your toes underneath your feet. Press your hips up and back. Once again, bending your knees to take any unwanted pressure or discomfort out of your hamstrings. Take a few deep breaths here, pressing into your index, fingers, and thumbs to create equal weight distribution across your hands. Maybe your body's asking for movement, so you bend one knee and then the other. Bring both legs back to being straight. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Lift your right leg up high. Keep your hips both pointed towards the floor by engaging your right glute. Exhale, low lunge. Plant the sole of your right foot between your palms, pressing your upper back up to get your foot between your hands. Inhale, warrior two. Ground down through your left foot. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Reach your arms out into a T and gaze over your right index or middle finger. Continue to breathe here. Stack your right knee directly over your right ankle to protect both joints. Take a deep inhale in through your nose. Shift your torso forward just a couple inches. Exhale, extended side angle. Lower your right fingertips towards the floor. Reach your left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Maintain the bend in your right knee. And continuing to breathe while finding length through both sides of your torso. Inhale, reverse warrior, maintaining where your legs are. Rotate your arms so that your left fingertips come to rest on your left thigh and your right fingertips reach towards the back of your mat. Option for a half bind with your left hand by placing your forearm along your back with your fingertips resting upon your right hip. Continuing to breathe here. Take a deep inhale in through your nose. Exhale, windmill your arms back to low lunge. Inhale, step back to high plank. Shift your torso forward 2 inches. Exhale, move through your chaturanga dandasana, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, three-legged dog, lift your left leg high. Flex or point your foot, whichever feels better to you. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Ground down through your right foot this time. So the knife edge, the outside edge of your right foot, is parallel with the short side of your mat. This time you're looking out over your left fingertips. Breathe here, building strength and energy in the body. Warrior two is a strong pose. Let the strength fill you. Inhale, shift forward 2 inches. Exhale, extended side angle. Drop your left fingertips towards the mat. Reach your right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Pressing your left forearm into your left thigh to expand through your chest. Option to gaze up towards the ceiling if it's comfortable for your neck. Inhale, reverse warrior. Maintain your legs. Reach your right fingertips either towards your thigh, or maybe you go for a half bind, reaching your right fingertips towards your left hip. Continue to breathe here. On every inhale, finding length through both sides of your body, and on every exhale, reaching your left fingertips further to the right. Rebend that left knee if it's straightened a little bit. Your quad may be on fire. Enjoy the strength building. Inhale in through your nose. Exhale, windmill your arms, low lunge. Inhale, step back to high plank. Exhale, move through your chaturanga dandasana, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Side out exhale here. Take 1 or 2 more cycles of breath at your own pace. A slight rest before we flow through Sun B, twice more on each side. Inhale, three-legged dog, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill your arms, plant your hands, your chaturanga dandasana, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lift your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Woo. It's okay if you fall, just regain. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill your arms, step back to high plank. Your chaturanga dandasana, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Great job. We've got one more flow, both sides. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill your arms, your chaturanga dandasana, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Whew, I'm out of breath here. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lift your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill your arms. Your chaturanga dandasana, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale in through your nose. Side out, exhale through your mouth. Inhale, gaze forward between your palms. Exhale, have a seat on your mat. Sitting back on your hips, bringing your legs out in front of you. Maybe grab a sip of water. Take a few deep breaths. Take any wiggles, shake yourself out. That was the vinyasa power version of today's flow. And now to practice balance, we're going to move into more yin restorative styles as our cool down. Feel free to use any props or bolsters, blankets that you may have, and find the poses and postures that work for you. With your legs extended out long in front of you, inhale, reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, seated forward fold. Reach forward for your ankles, maybe your feet. Option here to allow the spine to arch towards the ceiling, dropping the forehead towards your knees. Or maybe you maintain a flat back, expanding through your collarbone. This is where everyone's body is different, and the distinction comes from what variation you take to feel the most stretch and lengthening in your low back as well as your hamstrings. For me, it depends on the day and what my body wants. Inhale, slowly rise up. Bend your knees so that the soles of your feet come to rest on the mat. Maybe move forward a little bit before you lower yourself all the way down to your back. Take your time finding a position that feels good to you. And when you're ready, bring the soles of your feet to touch and allow your knees to fall towards the outside of your mat for reclined bound angle pose, Supta Baddha Konasana. This is a hip opener, but it also may release some tension in your lumbar spine or your low back. While we rest here, I want to talk a little bit more about Bramacharya, or moderation. The reason I wanted to focus on Bramacharya is twofold. One, I discussed it a bit in my podcast episode earlier this week. But two, I think it's so important for athletes, anyone who works out, to remember that you can't grow muscle without taking time to rest. That rest is part of the workout. It's part of the plan and the strategy. Bramacharya is not just about the physical practice of yoga or the asana practice. Rather, it can be about anything in your life. Maybe you take the rest of today to reflect upon where you need to practice more moderation. Maybe you need to increase some things and decrease others. I know for me, I'm currently focusing on decreasing the amount of work I do so that I can refuel my creative energies. And on the same note, I'm looking to increase doing things that make me feel creative, like going for walks, watching new movies. I'm not a movie person, but I find that they make me feel really creative. In what ways can you use Bramacharya to increase your well-being, improve your day-to-day life? With the help of your hands, bring your knees back up. Plant the soles of your feet on the mat. Reach your fingertips towards your heels. We're going to do one round of bridge pose. Inhale, engage your glutes and hamstrings. Lift your hips towards the sky, bringing your chest towards your chin, not your chin towards your chest. Exhale, lower your hips back down to the mat. Inhale, bring your knees into your chest, reaching for your shins with your hands. Maybe you instead grab for your hamstrings. Whatever feels good and comfortable in your body. Continuing to breathe, taking full cycles of breath. When you're ready, bring your knees to reverse tabletop so that your shins are parallel with the mat. And then lower your knees to the right side of your mat, stacking your left hip over your right, reaching your arms out into a T for a gentle supine twist. We're looking to get our left shoulder as close to the mat as possible, if not laying on the mat. And you always have an option to gaze up towards the ceiling or to the left towards your hand. Listen to the signals you're getting from your body, what feels good in your neck, and make the right choice for you. Slowly bring your knees back into your chest. Maybe you rock from side to side, resetting your spine before finding reverse tabletop once again with your legs and allowing your knees to fall to the left this time, stacking your right hip over your left, opening your arms out into a T, and gazing towards the ceiling or out to the right. In this sense of Bramacharya, we're practicing balance. What we do on one side, we're doing on the other. It's a good reminder that even though we all have our dominant hand or dominant leg, it's good to make our body and mind work a little bit and use our other non-dominant limb. Slowly on your next inhale, come back to center, reaching for your shins, maybe even your heels. And on your inhale, bringing your forehead as close to your knee as possible into the smallest little ball you can possibly turn your body into. With a final exhale out through your mouth, find your final resting pose, Shavasana. Extend your arms and legs out long. Shavasana is a time of meditation and reflection, as well as a time for your body to process the physical asana practice of yoga that you just accomplished. Giving yourself time to be quiet, to be still, is just as beneficial as the movement we practiced at the beginning of this flow. I will have us lay here for a few minutes and trust that I will guide you out when it's time. Slowly begin to invite movement back into your body. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, maybe rock your head to the right and then to the left. When you're ready, roll onto one side of your body for a side ball pose. Resting your head on your hand or your arm. And then, when you're ready, slowly push yourself up to a seated position. To end practice today, I want to do 3 cycles of breath. First, place your hand on your heart, reminding yourself that the love you feel comes from inside and that you can show yourself that love too. Take an inhale in through your nose. Sigh it out, exhale. Next, bring your hands to heart center, then move your thumbs to touch your lips, reminding yourself that the words you utter to you and to others should be kind, should be true, and should be necessary. Take an inhale in through your nose. Exhale. Now move your thumbs up to your third eye, or that center between your eyebrows. the connection between you and your intuition, your inner knowing. Learning to trust and acknowledge these messages can be a challenge, and it can also be one of the most rewarding experiences you ever have. Take an inhale in through your nose. Exhale, release your palms down to your thighs or your knees. Thank you for flowing with me today and practicing Bramacharya, moderation and balance between a power flow and a restorative yin. I'll see you next week.